Hey guys, so in this video, we're going to be building a parking enforcement application that will be deployed to Cloudflare Pages. Now, this is actually part of a broader series that I'm doing around building a end-to-end application, going from absolute nothing in terms of proof of concept all the way to deploying the production and using vibe coding, all the AI tools I could possibly kind of squeeze into this series, and just talking about my raw overall experience. So if you haven't watched the first video, go back and watch the first video. It'll give you some more context about the actual parking enforcement app that we're actually building in this series. And then you can come back and watch this on how to actually deploy the app to Cloudflare. However, that being said, if you're just looking to learn how to just deploy an application to Cloudflare workers or Cloudflare pages, then this video is for you. So with that, let's jump right into it. Okay, so in our last video, what we basically did is we did a vibe coding using ChatGPT to get an SDR, software requirements document, or there's other names for this. I forgot the other names for it. But anyway, PDR, project requirements document or something of the sort. And then with that, what we're basically doing is building a park enforcement application. So we have three different applications. We have one for tenant, we have one for parking enforcement personnel, and then we have one for back office. Again, if this doesn't make a lot of sense to you, go back and watch my previous video. We'll give you some more details. Then what we did is we actually went into bolt.new and we created three different apps. This is a good start because what I find that is really good with bolt.new is that it just gives you a really good starting place. So we're going to do it the old school way, and we're just going to basically just download this. If I could find the download button, export. There we go. Okay, so I just finished downloading the app by exporting it and put it in the right folder. And now we're going to go to Visual Studio Code, npm install, and we're going to run it locally just to make sure that every single thing is fine. Perfect. Okay, there. So we have our mobile app. It looks kind of bare bones, but it is what it is. It's fine. So what I'm going to do is just do a quick deployment to Cloudflare just so that we can get that out of the way. And then we're going to come back and start iterating on that process of getting it a little bit more improved. All right, so what I've done is I've basically just pushed that app to GitHub. In my GitHub repo, I can never remember how to get to my repo from here. It's really annoying. Parking app tenant. Okay, so I've pushed that to the GitHub repo, just did that. And now we're going to connect it to Cloudflare. And there's a couple ways to do this. I'm going to do it the kind of what I would call the easier way. I'm going to log into Cloudflare, and then I'm going to go to workers and show you that process. Okay, now I'm going to go to Cloudflare workers and pages. We're going to create a new app and we're going to import it from a repository. And it's going to be the Dwayne Brown repository and then parking tenant. Okay. Project name is, we'll just call it parking app tenant. And the build command is optional, but this is what is required for npx Nuxie generate. So I think that's the command for Nux. I'm almost certain of that. Let me just double check. Yes. So we're going to do create and deploy, and then it's going to do an npx Wrangler deploy. So this should get us an actual website that we can look at on. All right. So we're deploying to Cloudflare's network, but it seems like we run into a problem here. Missing some entry point workers directory. Okay. So this is fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this log. I'm going to go here. This is going to be my workers and pages deployment. We got a problem with our build, so that's okay. So the fastest way that I know how to deal with this without going into too much details is I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to do a git pull to get the latest already deployed, and then we're going to just do this. I'm going to paste that into Claude and have Claude figure out the Wrangler and whatever else is missing. So it looks like the reason was that we didn't put this Wrangler.json file, which basically specifies the output of where npx Nuxie gets generated, so that when you do the npx Wrangler deploy, that it actually works correctly. So that's basically the reason. You have to put this Wrangler.json. So what is this Wrangler? Let's just talk about that for a second. So Wrangler is Cloudflare's way of letting Cloudflare know how your project is set up, because every web application has a slightly different structure when you build it locally, and when you're ready to deploy it to production, the output files, or the compiled files, if you will, goes to a specific directory, and they're all different. Sometimes it's a dist folder, DIST, for distribution folder. Sometimes it's an output/public folder, and who knows whatever else out there. So that's kind of what the Wrangler file allows you to do, is tell Cloudflare exactly where your files are and what's going on. So in this particular case, I just ran Wrangler deploy locally, as in Claude, and so it would just publish the file. But if I were to go in here, and so actually we should be able to have that file up already. So let's just go back to parking tenant, deployment, and here, see, I have green latest. So we should have a working output, but we'll find out in a bit here. Or it says inactive, and I think that's because of the deployment. Okay, so it says inactive. So let's actually do a deploy here. Okay, so we push that. So in theory, this should kick off another deployment. Let's see if it's happened 5 minutes ago. So that should kick off another deployment. Let's just make a trigger, not a change. Just trying to trigger a change just to make sure that Cloudflare is picking it up. Okay, so for some reason Cloudflare is not picking up the change. Might just be a delay, but we're going to try a retry build and see what happens. Okay, so looking at the logs, we're looking a little bit better here because it did actually detect the Wrangler file. It suggested, see here, output public. So it did actually do the right thing this time. And we got a successful complete. So I'm not certain why it didn't pick up. That might just be just a delay thing a few seconds ago. So with that, we should be able to go to settings, collect this URL here, and open that up. There we go. That's it. Okay, so we've successfully deployed our Cloudflare application. Now let me just do one thing here and just go back here and try to see if I could trigger another change. This is on the index. Okay, so with any luck, that should go out here 10 minutes ago. So refresh. So there's change was done now on the pages, and 2 minutes ago. Yeah, interesting. So it seems like the Cloudflare deployment is just taking a little bit more time. Normally it's pretty fast. Like in my experience, it picks things up pretty fast, but not certain what's happening in either case. So just looking at the documentation, under parking app settings, if you come here to this build section here, it says connect your worker app to automatically deploy. So it is connected, so there's no issues there, and it does have the right build command, so there's no issues there as well too. I'm just trying to double check if there's anything I'm missing. Okay, I connected it to the wrong account. That's what happened. Okay, so I connected it to the wrong account. That was the issue. So npx run deploy, because I originally had it under my company account. Let's make a test here. There we go. Okay, so that's the build process, and that will automatically show up in a bit. So now we click on that and give it a few minutes and it'll get to Cloudflare. Okay, so the build logs is completed, and if I go back to the app itself now and I click on refresh, 2025 July. Perfect. Okay, so our app is actually out in production. This is a real app that, like I said, it's a proof of concept app. So now I'm going to do this, and I just want to see what it looks like on the mobile. So that's what it looks like on the mobile. Not exactly the prettiest of apps, right? Just very bare bones, very thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of time, just like 1 minute, and then I'm just going to spruce it up a little bit. And this is how I've been thinking about this type of stuff. So I'm going to take this code, the index page, I'm going to copy it. We're going to go across to V0, which is, in my opinion, the best UI interface. And then we're just going to tell it to, can you improve this mobile UI? Yeah. A Knox3 component. Now, the reason why I have to tell it to, they want me to pay. Let's see. Start the T. No, I don't want to upgrade it. I want to go and stay on the free. That's my current plan. Yes. Why are you telling me to start the tree? You have 7 use left over this model today. Yes, I'm cool with that. Why are you telling me to? There we go. Okay, so V0 suggested that there's some component now provides a much more polished experience. So let's find out. I'm going to copy that bad boy, bring it over to VS Code, replace it, go back in here, go back to our local host, refresh. Oopsie. So it's missing a placeholder. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to refresh that again. Let it, oops, you know what? I did. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, that should be fine. Just going to let Claude fix this. Okay, so Claude has finished his thing, and let's go back to the app. There we go. All right, so a little bit better. I don't know why that's not working, but okay. So it has 24-hour processing time, free, no cost. Then it has the selector. There's always something, vehicle color, parking duration, and then reason for visit, submit parking requests. And then it has sort of a screen that has that. So not bad, much better. And it also has sort of a profile home thing at the bottom there. So better than what we have before. So we're going to use this. We're going to use this as sort of our foundation. And in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to try to step it up a little bit more by actually taking the data from this application. We're going to send it directly into Cloudflare, and we're going to store it somewhere using Cloudflare workers or their D1. I'm not entirely certain which one we're going to use for this, but the point is we're going to take that data and push it into Cloudflare backend so that we could come back and retrieve that data from another application. So with that, hopefully you've gotten some value out of this. There was a couple of hiccups, but like I said, the goal of these videos is just to kind of show my raw experience in using Cloudflare to build a more of a proof of concept production vibe coding app. So if you got some value out of it and you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. We're going to be doing a little bit more technical database backend stuff on the next video. Have a good one.